The hashtag Stand Up South Africa is planning a protest against rolling power cuts on the 2nd of February. The group behind that hashtag, among others, they are demanding the immediate and uninterrupted supply of power to all and the scrapping of the electricity tariff increase. We're now joined by Stand Up SA spokesperson Khustaz Mtwentwe. Thank you very much for availing yourself this morning.
Thank you.
You're a fairly new organization. Why was it important to come together and stand up against the electricity crisis?
Look, we have been under pressure as the citizens of the country for a very long time. We have been patient with Eskom in the manner in which they manage this crisis. But around about December, I think we took a lot of strain. Businesses took a lot of strain. Personal lives took a lot of strain due to this crisis. And 3-4 weeks ago, NERSA announced the 18% increase, and then that was a provocation. Then we started, then we mobilized. So we mobilized because businesses have been suffering, and we cannot just watch when our people are suffering this way, when they have no voice. So we had to do something. So we got together, started the hashtag Stand Up SA, and we are still mobilizing to this day that if people want us to win, they will need to come on the 2nd of February. So this 18% or 18.65% increase was a provocation. No South African should pay that, and we will not pay. So that's why we're here.
Yeah, so you've got 5 points. Very simple for the 2nd of February. The march starts at 10 a.m. You want to mobilize, or you want people to mobilize the communities to take power back?
Yes. We believe that we have suffered enough, and we have not been heard. So now is time we collect our demands and grievances, and we send them to Eskom executives. These demands are reasonable. These demands are achievable. Now, so we've collected them. Those are just the highlight of what it is about. We are not paying the 18%. We will not pay the 18%. Eskom executives must make sure that weekly updates are given to the people of this country. They must be transparent. They must be accountable. They are not at the moment. You can see they are planning another update today. After how long? So we don't know. So they need to tell us which power station, which unit is broken down. Did you know that if the president were to speak tonight, there will be electricity? Because the electricity is there. That is why our people are saying we want uninterrupted power supply, because they know it is there. When the president speaks, it is there. When SONA occurs, it is there. So why is it that is not given to the people?
Yes. You're also wanting people to contribute. It can come in the form of skills or time towards?
Yes. We ask for volunteers to put this much together. Guess what? They did show up. As we speak, we've got a management team that is rock solid, making sure that the plans are in place and make sure that everyone who comes there is safe. However, we still need more people to come on board and volunteer, because we want a gig rig. You know, that podium stand? We don't have money to hire the thing, and we need it, so that when people come in there, they can hear the responses of the executives of Eskom when we stand there with them. It's high time that we take our people to air their grievances in front of the executives of Eskom. So we need that gig rig, so we need people to help us to donate this thing. This is a well-oiled machinery that takes a lot of resources. We didn't have any of that, but that did not stop us from mobilizing. Yesterday, we went to visit the site in terms of where we're going to go. So all those plans are in place. Everyone who has come forward has contributed something. The management team that I have behind me, they've used their resources, whether it was their data, their money. A lot of things need to be paid. The posters we're going to print need to be paid for. The T-shirt I'm wearing need to be paid for. So I'm of the view that if South African wants to win and to have the victory, let's get together and contribute and make this a great success, because we will achieve victory on their behalf.
What did you see on the ground that also informed this action?
Yeah.
So what moved you to a point to say, Awalena, can you see how this one is living or how this one is living? What moved you?
Yeah. We have a a group of volunteers, and they were sharing their stories. Painful stories. Painful stories of a person who lost their parent. And when they got the body from the mortuary, it was decomposed because there was load shedding. Now, we cannot accept that. Businesses have closed. We're talking here people who have nowhere to go. They have closed because there is no electricity. Electricity plays a huge role. The food quality that people sell on the street is cooked for by electricity. So how are those people who cook fat cookies are going to sell them if there's no electricity? Because we need it. Some of these things need to be got into the fridge and get frozen. And you cannot sell food that is off onto people. So it is a very, very painful situation that is going on around the country. And the cries of our people are large in my ears. And I'm saying we're not going to sit down. So each and everyone who has volunteered is because they have been impacted. So South Africa, we must come together. This thing can be stopped. That 18% we're not going to pay. Eskom can change the thing that they run. If we absolutely lift our strength and say, look, we're going to show up in numbers.
Talk to us about the logistical details. What do people need to know about the 2nd of February if they are interested or keen in joining the march?
Yes. This is a non-partisan march. People are going to see something they've never seen in a long time. All races will be there. You know why? Because they are affected. So we are meeting at Sunning Hill, taxi rank. It's about a kilometer from Eskom. We're going to march up to Eskom. By 11 we will be there. So we want people to come, to bring their friends, their families. Security will be provided for. Their cars, for those who are going to bring cars. We have identified space for parking lot. So it's a huge logistical nightmare, if you want to call it that way. But it's something that we are keen to do. So people must come on the 2nd and they must support us. All we ask from our people is to show up. We appreciate the support on Twitter. We appreciate the support through contributions. But if you do not show up, we will not guarantee the victory. But if you show up, we will make sure that victory is guaranteed. If they do not give us the Eskom, we're going to send it to the union buildings. And I can assure you, if we could have 5,000 at Eskom, we would have 50,000 in the union buildings because our mobilization is very strong. And we're not going to rest until this thing is resolved. So they must show up. It's going to be a great moment and a great turn in our country. So we're excited and everyone is invited.
One thing you're looking forward to tomorrow, if wishes were horses. I mean, not tomorrow, I beg your pardon. Actually, just now, in 4 minutes, Eskom is hosting that briefing.
What I'm looking forward to in the next hour is to see spreadsheet. I want to hear the executive of Generation telling us, Mata is broken. There are 5 units. This one has been fixed, that one has been fixed, that one has been fixed. I'm expecting Eskom to tell us from going forward, they will start to publish the names of the companies that are giving them substandard coal. They have to start now. The demands that we have released have been on the media for a long time. Probably they have seen it already. So if they can tell us to say, look, we are aware that people are interested to know the diesel suppliers, we will publish those in the public interest. So it will be a victory for us. So we will be very happy if we could see that. However, I don't raise my hopes are very not high for these people because they have a tendency not to listen. So we are prepared for that, but we'll give them the demands nevertheless on the 2nd of February.
Stand Up South Africa spokesperson Khustaz Mtwentwe joining a growing list of interested parties, civil organizations in speaking out against the country's energy crisis. Thank you very much for your time this morning.
Thank you.